Right. In today's video, I want to talk about a topic that is very important, especially if you're in the reoccurring um, space, especially in high level, and it is client retention. And I'm going to talk about it like in such a simple way that a 5-year-old running a lemonade stand can understand it. All right. So hang around and let's get right into it. Hey, my name is Paul Kim, and in this channel, I talk about getting clients and especially getting clarity before AI and automations. All right. So, in today's video, client retention, and this is something that, especially if you have high level and you're planning to build out something in high level, something that I think a lot of people don't talk about enough. And I'm going to give you a framework. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk uh, I'm going to analogize it to a 5-year-old, it could be a 6-year-old, um, building out a lemonade stand. And it's not that the kid who wants to do a lemonade stand, um, he puts in the effort, right? And even somebody that actually wants to do a lemonade stand, they put in the effort. It's just a matter of sequence and the flow of things, and that's why I've created this framework. I call it local, LOCAL, and I'm gonna go over those individually so that it makes sense to you and also the 5-year-old. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so what I've seen of many people that have gone in the direction of building out an agency using high level, they tend to rush into building something and then go look for customers. And so what I want is for people to kind of step back and look at this framework, so that they question, does that belong before you actually build? And so let's go into the framework. Local, it's LOCLA, and L means local visibility. Right. So if you look at it from a lemonade stand, and so the question really looks at is, do people see your lemonade stand? Right? Do you have signs? Do are you where you're standing or where you have your lemonade stand? Is it in a location where there is foot traffic or road traffic so that people can actually see you? Right? And in real world, in real business, that means Google Maps, Google Business Profile, and setting that up. And if you're not ranking, then what you have to do is you have to basically pay either Google, or you have to pay and run ads to drive traffic to your website or to your brand, basically. And so L stands for local visibility. So if nobody sees you, nothing else matters. And so this is where I see a lot of agencies or bills where you might be pitching AI, and if the company that you're pitching to doesn't have traffic or local visibility, it doesn't really matter whether they, that AI is not of any of use to them. All right. So let's move on to O. All right, so the O stands for opt-in. And so the question is, did you gather their name, email, phone number before they walked away? So let's look at it in the form of a lemonade stand. So a kid walks by and then walks away. The right thing, or the smart thing to do, if you're the lemonade, if you're behind the lemonade stand, is to go and ask that person, hey, do you want to sip? um, or ask them, hey, what's your name? Right. In What you didn't do is you got their intention, but you didn't capture it. Right. And so in the world of real business, that could mean various things. Right. If somebody makes a phone call to your business, you miss it. Do you have some way to recapture that information, like missed call, text back? Or if somebody goes on your website, do you have forms to capture their information and gather that information? So there are various things that you can implement, right? And so O stands for opt-in. So if attention isn't captured, so you pay the money to capture attention, but if you did not um, capture it, then it disappears, right? And so basically you have wasted the effort of putting up the lemonade stand, all right? That missed opportunities. C stands for conversations. Did you talk to them or did you ignore them? Right. And so if you look at the lemonade stand, if the kid gave the name, right, and but you didn't say anything after that, it that's a bad move, right? Because the good move or the good lemonade stand would continue the conversation and possibly say, "Hey, do you like it sweet, or sour, or ice, no ice, something like that?" And so, in the real business world, it would be sending text message and continuing that conversation with the client. Or let's just say you've implemented AI into your calls, and if you missed a call, the AI would pick up and start having conversations with the potential lead or whoever called in, right? It could be follow-ups. It could be simple back and forth conversation. So when I look at this conversation, people buy when they feel talked with rather than being chased. All right. So I hope that sinks in. Now let's go to the next one. So the A stands for automations. It could also be AI as well, but I think for me, I look at it for automations because do you remember to follow up every time? So let's look at a lemonade stand, right? So it's like the end of the day, and you might be tired. The kid may be tired, and you don't remember who came. You don't remember everybody's name that came, and so automation is like a helper who never gets tired, never forgets, and always says the right things or always shows up, right? And so uh, for businesses, this can be automated texts, automated emails that go out, automated follow-ups that come that follows up automatically. So automations doesn't necessarily replace you; it actually protects you because um, you're not you're going to forget, and so it's protecting you and your business. L stands for lifetime value. And so what does that mean? Do they come back tomorrow or whenever you want it to come back, right? And so if we look at the lemonade stand, best lemonade stands don't just sell once, right? Actually, in majority of cases, it's probably a summertime and you just do it once. But let's assume that you want to create this lemonade stand to make money, real money, and you do it every single day for throughout the summer, right? So you don't just do it once. And so if you think about it, best lemonade stand, they would say, come back tomorrow, I'll have strawberry flavor. If you just had, so you add new flavor. You'll say, bring a friend with you tomorrow or something like that. And so in the real world business, what does that mean? That means that you'll have maybe an email newsletter, you'll have promotions, you'll ask for reviews, you'll get repeat customers as a result of these things that you do to gain lifetime value. And in my opinion, this is where the real money is made and not in the first sale. So in my last video, I'll put the link up there. I talked about how the website fits into the story, and that's basically a lemonade stand. A lemonade stand on its own is, it's like putting a lemonade stand on a empty street. It's still gonna fail no matter how beautiful the lemonade stand is. And so if you don't create foot traffic, right, whether on the online space, that will be online traffic, the lemonade stand is going to fail either way. All right, so when the order is clear, using this framework, there is clear expectations, and the client knows what you're responsible for. And so that helps you to continue this relationship, and that will ultimately help you to retain the client for the long term. All right, so in closing, I think client retention becomes simpler as once you understand the order, this framework. And so I think the number one, most local businesses need local visibility. And I created a simple video on how to set up and optimize and set up your Google Business Profile. If you check out this video, it has everything that you need to set up your Google Business Profile. Go check it out, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.